What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Pitts. Pitt Sports Zone, Bowie TV, coming to you live. Listen, it's going down all things HBCUs. And who else better to start it off with them Bowie State Bulldogs? We coming to you, Bowie State Bulldogs, total access. We got the Morgan State Bears. Listen, all HBCUs information, all HBCU news, sporting events, updates. You get it live here with Pitt Sports Zone, Bowie TV, Comcast Channel 77, Verizon Channel 11 is going down. Don't you miss a beat. Listen, it's only the beginning because it's early still.
And it's
we're gonna be here all day.
All day.
What's going on, everybody? Y'all know what it is, man. I'm your host, Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Pitt Sports Zone, Bowie TV, coming to you live once again. We're talking HBCU Legacy Bowl, and who else do we have than the pleasure of having my guy, Mr. Jamal Jones, defensive lineman, Bowie State University. What's going on today, man?
What's going on with you? Glad to be here.
Glad, man. I appreciate you for joining me today.
Yes, sir.
So, look, we're going to start you off with a couple icebreakers like everyone else, right? So, first and foremost, if you can, tell us what your favorite food is.
Chicken all day long. Any type of chicken.
I was about to ask you, baked, fried.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Okay. Favorite vacation or dream destination?
Yeah, I like Florida a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like the sunny weather, the beaches?
Yeah, just all around the people, the environment.
Okay. All right. Lastly, if you have one, what is your favorite NFL football team?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Man, you said that.
Yeah. Lions up next.
Lee. Okay, got it. Dallas Cowboys. So I guess I asked you, what did you think this season? Do you really think y'all gonna make the playoffs?
We're definitely making the playoffs. We knocked up the Eagles. We knocked up the Chiefs. The Lions are next.
All right, let's get it. Y'all heard it here, man. My guy Jamal Jones said the Cowboys not only are making the playoffs, but listen, the Lions are on the clock. Yeah. Jamal, man, such an amazing accomplishment. You being able to get your invite to the HBCU Legacy Bowl. Before we tap into the specifics towards the Legacy Bowl, if you can you walk me through what was one of your most memorable games this year?
This season for me had it been Winston-Salem State. It was just like the electricity in the crowd when I made plays, how defense was just fired up the entire time, kept us in the fight, and just the way the crowd responded to everything.
Winston-Salem, that game was live for sure.
Yeah.
So, listen, the selection experience. You get the call, the text, the message from HBCU Legacy in regards to you making the team. How did it feel when you first found out that you were selected to the HBCU Legacy Bowl?
I ain't gonna lie, like I was on the game with the fellas, man. I just happened to look at my phone, and I seen the text, and it just came at such a random time. It was just like it was unreal for a second because it's like you're on the game and you look down, you're like, oh, like. But I mean, I felt as though it was well deserved, and I put in the work for it.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with you. I asked that question, man, just to give that. It's something that as a young kid, or whenever you started playing football, everyone strives to make that moment, that mark, to leave that legacy of the work, the discipline, the commitment, the hard work that went, the work ethic that went into it, so such a big accomplishment because, you get to display all of your attributes and talents in front of all 32 teams and GMs and NFL coaches and scouts. So again, definitely well deserved and definitely well earned on your behalf. When we talk journey and background, can you share a bit about your journey to college football and what motivated you to pursue this path?
Been playing football since I was young. Went through youth football, and I attended Riverdale Baptist in high school. Played all 4 years there, and so like I say that's when I really fell in love with the game, like high school,
Okay.
because it's I have so many of my teammates in the NFL now. So it's just like I knew it could come true. You just keep putting in the work, as many workouts as possible, whether you gotta go 2, 3 a day, and just keep going. So then I started off my college career at Virginia Union under Coach Parker. I had a pretty good season there, and then I was able to get an opportunity to go to Towson. That's why I played 2 years at Towson. Then I came to Bowie and then finished out my last 2 years. So I say my college experience was really good, man. I got to see it at the higher level. I got to see it at the HBCU level. And I learned a lot over my journey.
And that's what it's about. It's the nuggets that you've gained and being able to, form them. Pick, take the good, the things that you can apply, the things that you've learned into the next destination. As far as the growth, in regards to your game, being able to see it from, as you said, from all different phases, whether it was the Towson, the Virginia Union, or the Bowie State. Your HBCU experience, how has being a part of the HBCU shaped your football career and your personal growth?
I say when my HBCU experience, I definitely my knowledge of the game really grew. And by saying that, I mean just a lot of classroom talk, a lot of meetings. Coach Williams real big on meetings, and just to see the game through his eyes, and then like to know the game on my own because I played in so many different defenses. So it's like I can once you know where the pieces go, you grasp the concept real fast, and then when you know the pace and how the flow of the game is going, you start to see the same tendencies and the same plays over and over again, which allows you to play fast and strong and make a lot of plays.
Absolutely. If you can, man, if someone was to approach you and ask you, you know, your experience or your experiences that you've been able to experience in HBCUs, if you was able to sum it up on one word, what would it be?
Hard work. I say that. I say hard work to say is the HBCU experience. You know, you got your distractions. You got, what I'm saying? You got your, but at the end of the day, to be amongst the ones that get the opportunity to go to the next level, you got to stay focused mentally, physically, and just like not allow those distractions to weather you away. It has to be about the ball.
Goals and intentions. What are your main goals for the HBCU Legacy Bowl, and how do you plan to stand out?
I want to go down to HBCU Legacy Bowl and make a statement to show that I'm one of the best HBCU defensive players in the nation. I want to go down there and win MVP in the game, and I want to go out there and raise my stock for the draft.
Given it's been a couple years since the HBCU Legacy Bowl has been into existence, have you been able to, speak with any previous players who went through it, who experienced it, who kind of gave you any feedback?
Yeah, Joshua Pryor and Raymond Boone.
Mm, yeah, JP.
Yeah,
Man, that boy is, whew,
yeah,
that
they
boy, he's a runner.
yeah they gave me some good they gave me some good advice on it, man. When I got the invite, I saw both of them, and they told me how I was supposed to be down there. Go down there and do your thing.
When it comes to the NFL combat preparation, or the part where you guys are able to work out for the 32 different GMs, coaches, etc. How are you preparing for the combat part of it, and what specific skills and attributes are you hoping to showcase?
So right now I'm training with Coach A. He's my strength and performance coach, and then Coach Tank, very very well renowned, defensive line trainer. They're shot
Yeah,
skills, to be able to compete, and be at the highest level that I can in front of everybody and stand out.
absolutely, man. Definitely know Coach Tank. Shout out to Coach Tank, man. I see all the work
My
that
God,
he's doing and putting in, man, all across the net. If you can, Um, what advice and inspiration, would you give to a younger athlete who's aspiring to follow in similar footsteps?
I would say, with my journey, I wasn't the most highly recruited kid. So what I say is the hard work gets noticed. You put in the work, you get results. You never give up either. Like no matter your situation, no matter if you come out with no offers, no matter how small the school, you know what I'm saying? I would say if you don't get the big school, look for HBCU because now that's where the opportunity lies. Like whether it's D1, D2, this has become one of the prominent bowl games and one of the prominent ways to get to the NFL. So Power Four FBS, if you don't get there, it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? HBCU is another gateway where you can be able to compete and get your stamp in the NFL draft.
One of the things, I've always stated, when it comes to HBCUs is that, one, the culture, I think, of course, is different. Um, but then also, if the funding was level, if HBCs receive similar funding, to some of the power schools, I think we'll see a big shift in, especially media rights, right? Because now you have a lot of top players that's committing to HBCUs, similar to like what Travis Hunter did when he went to Jackson State initially. Um, but when you talk about what would you like to see differently, or what would you like to see more of when it comes to media pertaining to HBCU athletics?
I think we need more televised classics and rivalries. You know what I'm saying? I think like yeah, HBCU sports is doing their thing too, but just like how Southern and Grambling just played on NBC, we got those rivalries all throughout HBCU. Like you got Bowie and Virginia State. You know what I'm saying? That's a big time one right there. You got Morgan versus Howard. That's another huge one. Like I just think it needs to be like more like televised, like NBC, Fox, CBS, just for the big rivalry games and the historic classics.
Is there anything that you think that we could do um, to try to really help push that agenda along? Is this something that you think that we can do differently, or you know, I see that the SWAT just hired Marshall Falk at Southern, so they're bringing those names, but my hope is that the cameras come for the universities, not just for the names, and how we can really try to piggyback on that to pull the cameras in other areas, such as big games like a Morgan and Howard, or a Dale State and South Carolina State, or a Bowie and Virginia State.
I feel like it's an all around effort, but I feel like the attention comes when you got the guys that go to the next level, so go to the NFL, go to the XFL, and make that stamp because then that draws the media like where this kid come from. They have to have more of those guys back where he came from. And I do think the NFL Hall of Famers and superstars that are coming back and putting the shine on HBCU sports is good. Shout out to all them guys, man. We played D-Jack this year. He had a lot of good things to say. Like it's just very good that they're giving back and they're giving us this platform. I honestly think it's gonna grow. Like I think we're gonna get a lot more TV time in the future.
Man, have you ever been to New Orleans?
Nah, it's my first time.
So it's a business trip for sure. Are you a foodie person?
Yeah, I like to eat.
Well, listen, New Orleans, they give you large portions of food for your buck. So I don't think eating and food is going to be one of those things um, that you'll have to worry about for sure. When it comes to your future aspirations beyond the NFL, what are your long-term aspirations both on and off the field?
Well, I have a degree from Towson in criminal justice,
Oh, okay,
and so
congrats.
I would most likely pursue a law enforcement career, like after football, if I had to pursue a career.
That's amazing, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Once again, we highlight the athlete, but not it's your student first. And, a lot of you guys already having degrees, getting your second degrees. That's crazy work. That's great, man. Keep up the great work. Keep striving. Keep going. Um, you know, I watched few of the games this year, and when it comes to the field, you don't really say much, pregame, but during the game, it's loud when you hit. Your presence is felt. Just talk about, what's your mindset like? Do you have any pregame rituals or things that you do prior to each game?
I like to give the glory to God, just to be able to play the game and be there. But the reason why I don't say much is at the end of the day, I got to see that man got to see me just like I got to see him. So all that talking and back and forth, I don't believe in none of that. I believe in letting the past talk. So it's a game of many battles, and at the end of the day, I want to come out winning the most battles. I want to win the war at the end of the day, and I feel like I do a good job of that.
No, I definitely do a great. You do a great job of that, which is another reason why you got the nod and the invitation. Excuse me, for HBCU Legacy Bowl. Watching the way you shot blocks. It's funny when you guys played against was it Elizabeth City, and this year was my son's first year, and they actually had him at the B end position. So I was telling him, I said, watch zero. Just watch zero. It's just the way, I love the way, you attack the play, but the way you're able to one shy off the blocks, the way that you're able to still, engage with the block, but still keep your head, up, being able to see where the ball's going, things of that nature. I think it's not only like I said, well deserved, well earned, but also man, just for the younger kids to come out. Like I intentionally bring him, just to see because you guys made it, regardless of what it like. There's a lot of kids who has a talent that wasn't able to play in college, and for you again, just your presence, the way you work, the way you go at it. I think I'm excited to see, man. I can't wait to get up there for the practices, to watch you guys engage with each other, iron sharpening iron, but then also for the game on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm excited too, man, and I appreciate that the way what I'm saying I approach the game because you know a lot of the game is just watching film. Like that's really how I'm able to do what I do. I watch a lot of film. I follow guys like Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. They emphasize watching film, so that's what I do. And it's just like it slows the game down. Like I can see everything moving slow in real time while I'm engaging and shedding this mind. So, man, I would say to the younger generation, man, watch film. Like if you have access to the film, watch the film. The film will tell you a lot. And then your key, your key can only do but so many things. So once you see the key, respond to it, man, and then go play football.
Let's go, man. He said it best. Jamal Jones, defensive lineman, Bowie State University, HBCU Legacy Bowl 2025 is going down at the Ulman Stadium. Was it Tulane University in New Orleans? If you have not gone in the previous years, I urge you guys, as fans, as parents, as supporters, to go and show out, man. You'll enjoy yourself. It's a hell of a game, and also, want to support the student athletes for their hard work that they've done. So again, man, kudos and congratulations to you
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
all day. This is a Bowie State thing. I be having to figure out like, do I want to play the intro? Because I know a lot of guys, they be like, wait, it's just like Bowie and Morgan. What about us? But it's love. It's HBCU love. At the end of the day, I focus primarily, on Bowie and Morgan, but the goal is bigger than just both. My goal is to really try to bring a media exposure to anyone that I have. But the focus still being Morgan and Bowie because Bowie is where I went. So of course, got to start where I laid the tracks down for myself. But
For
hey,
sure.
man, I'll see you in New Orleans. We're gonna chop it up in New Orleans. Get a couple interviews. You already know I'm gonna take a lot of pictures down
Right.
there. So I look forward to it, man. Enjoy it. Keep working out. Keep doing the things necessary. Keep grinding. Congratulations on the criminal justice degree. And again, man, keep going, man. What they say, what my mom and them always say, if it's God's will, it'll happen. And sometimes, when the journey isn't ideal to what we thought, it's really just setting us up to humble us, to strengthen us, to give us the endurance and the endure the path that we're traveling. But Write it down, make a plan, man, and everything that you've done and everything that you speak into existence, God grants your desires.
Yes, sir. Job not finished, man. I'm excited to be down there, and I can't wait to see you down there.
Hey, have you ever had crawfish?
Yeah, not a lot though.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm one of them that I don't really I can't really do it. I see a lot of people eating them, but I'm like, nah, it just don't look like my cup of tea.
Tastes like crabs a little bit.
Well, somebody could crack them and just pull it, then we be good. But again, man, I appreciate you, man. Good luck again. I look forward to speaking to you down in New Orleans, man. Y'all heard it. This is Jamal Jones, defensive lineman, defensive end, Bowie State University. It's going down. 2025 HBCU Legacy Bowl invite. Bulldogs will be in the building. Let's go.